Post-millennial Michelle Obama surges now ahead. Now ahead of Nikki Haley in 2024 presidential betting averages as Biden mental decline worries grow.
I want to die.
There you go, baby. Look at this, Michelle Obama. We got the real clear betting average, and Michelle Obama has jumped way above Nikki Haley, and Biden has dropped dramatically. Now, here's what's interesting. What you want to track when you're looking at these odds is if someone goes up, someone must go down. So Donald Trump is he's spiked, but he's fairly stable. So you got Nikki Haley dropping, so Trump goes up because it's not just Trump v. Biden, get the primary as well. Joe Biden just dropped massively. Michelle Obama's popping up.
Who's that turquoise one? Is that RFK?
It's Newsom. Newsom saw a big jump, but Michelle Obama also is already well above.
Man, that Biden drop is like a cliff. I don't think.
Yeah, but that is.
And you know what that cliff is? The DOJ saying he's mentally incompetent to stand trial for the crimes he committed.
Your own party, man.
No, I'm not. I can stand trial.
He's either incompetent or he's a criminal.
Or both.
I mean, but that's
no. He's an incompetent criminal or a competent criminal.
Well, I mean, that's what I think too.
But no,
allegedly,
the DOJ didn't say he didn't do anything wrong. They said he did it, but.
And there are people on.
He did it willfully, but.
Yeah, willfully, but.
Willfully.
There are people
willfully,
on Twitter that are saying like he's exonerated. I'm like, that is not what the word exonerated means. Like declining to prosecute.
He identifies as exonerated.
The exculpatory evidence is that he is mentally deficient.
And it's so frustrating to see that from like people that are. I mean, it's one thing if like that Lil Mal kid, that Victor whatever. I forget. He's an Asian dude that's a DNC plant or a DNC mouthpiece. But like, it's one thing if it's coming from him. But fairly serious people are saying, that are in, elected officials are saying he's exonerated. And it's like, they literally declined to prosecute him in the same way that they declined to prosecute Hillary Clinton. So that's now two candidates that have been, they've declined to prosecute. And also another thing that people probably don't think about, like if you look at the issues in Ukraine during the Obama administration, all the same people came back with the Biden administration. So it's like the first war in Ukraine started under the Obama administration and a whole slew of bureaucrats. When Trump comes in, they go away. Those bureaucrats go away, and there's no war. And then, but they come back, and then the Russians feel like it's safe to attack again.
I am now convinced that all of those guys on the side of the road with big beards holding up signs saying the end is nigh and ranting about the future they're all right. They're telling the truth. They do have information from the future, because if we were to compile a book of everything that's happened over the past 4 years and send it back in time as a warning, they would lock you up. Mm-hmm. Like there's
no one believe you.
Like the Joe Biden's got dementia. He's found to be a criminal, but not competent to stand trial due to his mental failings, where he had numerous instances where he claimed he saw dead people over the matter of a week. People are going to be like, no, this is not a movie. It's not real. And I feel bad for those guys who are ranting and raving about the strange futures. We don't believe them. We're going to have to start. Truth is stranger than fiction.
I don't get into doom saying it's been around since the dawn of humanity. There's always been people standing on the side like, it's all going to end. You're like, all right, I get it. You don't see a future, so you're going to scream that it's all coming to an end. But like, the liberal economic order has been on its way out. I figured this out in 2006 and 2007, which is why I got severely depressed in 2007. I'm like, we are the empire, and it's going to end in like the next 15 or 20 years. I kept waiting for it to end. 2009, I'm like, maybe Obama's going to end it. Maybe Obama's going to be the guy that like fixes it, that like takes us to the next level, this next world order.
If the U.S. if the U.S. is no longer the global hegemon and the U.S. is not responsible for making sure that the shipping ways and stuff are safe for the rest of the world, what do you envision happens?
Technocratic power struggle. So like tweaking algorithms, there'll probably be a lot of cyber warfare with AI, changing other AI's code in real time until one AI comes out on top and then manipulates and is in control in the background of most data.
What do you think people do?
A lot of what they just normally just do. They just eat, they cook, they grow. Maybe they'll start growing more food, getting out into nature more, but
I don't know how those connect to ending the liberal economic order.
I don't know if it's going to look much different. I just, It's tough to say, man. I don't want to say these horrible things that I think might happen, but
Well, that's what the
mass starvation, power
That's-
grid goes out,
that's
water
kinda
grid
what-
goes down
That's why I'm
intentionally
saying,
by an
bro,
AI
I'm
that
gonna
does
be
it
sitting
to
on
us.
the beach in El Salvador, sipping on a coconut, watching the gulags on the internet.
I don't
You
know,
what I mean?
man. I don't know. They want it as peaceful as possible, so I don't know if there's going to be a chaos situation or not.
You
What were gonna
look
say, Mike?
at the lockdowns and how people in big cities immediately, when they were told to, got on their knees to fillet the state.
And the way they rushed for that toilet paper.
and also
Yep.
like the
Yeah.
They're still
power
wearing masks in New York.
It's crazy, man.
power vacuums don't exist for long. So like if the US is not the global hegemon and stuff, that means that China and Russia
I think it's going
will
to be
go in and take the place.
corporate algorithms with corporate military is going to take over.
I don't. So there's going to be like
Amazon troops.
private military
I think
contractors
that's
like.
more like drone wars and stuff. I think that'll be more likely than a country taking it.
when everything
Why?
starts falling apart,
Because they control the money.
when everything starts falling apart, there's going to be
America
this
prints the
expansion of big tech companies and private security contractors. So it's not going to be like Amazon police, but you're going to see, I'm not going to name any, but big security companies,
Private
sector, and
Yeah.
they will be surrounding buildings. They will be setting up checkpoints, and they're going to say, I don't care what you think the law is.
Right.
We're hired for a job.
Also, like drones are expendable and they don't have morale. Humans, if they start to get killed off by drones, they're going to want to stop fighting. Whereas drones, if drones get blown up by people, the drones just keep coming.
What do you mean if people are going
Like
to stop
if
fighting?
if you fight people and you kill enough of them, they will submit. They'll stop. They'll be like, we want to stop. We want to surrender.
No.
Drones will
That's-
never
that's
surrender.
history.
That's
doesn't
not
say
true.
that.
That's not true at all.
History says that doesn't.
For the
happen.
most part, if you break
That's-
people's morale, they'll flee. They'll run.
History
They'll
doesn't-
bow.
That's not true.
Well,
That's not what
it's
history
a big
says.
way of winning
Why?
a war is by
Like
destroying
we
morale.
we flattened the Taliban, and we just could not do anything to make them go away for 20 years.
It didn't
I think
happen
And
to
they
the
came back
economy.
they
the
were-
moment we leave the country.
Personally, I think they were propped up, so we had a fake enemy to pump money into in the Middle East. But
But
maybe.
what do you mean propped up? Well, propped up doesn't get dudes off the out of the mud hut with rifles to shoot at Americans. Like that propped up would be like financially maybe,
Yeah.
but getting guys to actually go out and fight.
I
is
mean,
different
like, bro,
than
look
propped
at
up. Like,
let's just do it. I'm gonna say it. Israel. Like
I thought you were going to say Civil War.
Wait a minute.
You mean to tell me that after everything that's happened between Israel and Palestine, you think the Palestinians will be like, we're done? We're not going to vote for Hamas. We're not going to support them.
A lot of them probably are.
No,
They're probably
more
like,
than half.
Dear God, make it
literally,
stop.
that's literally ahistoric. That's counter to what happened in history. The Israelis pulled out of Gaza in like 2005, and then they voted in Hamas, and then Hamas took over.
Just look at a general siege. The people inside the city, when they start to starve, they'll be like, we surrender. Drones will not surrender.
Right,
You can't
Ian,
make drones surrender.
You
But
are
drones are
you
not-
Are, you are wrong.
So I think the humans are going to end up fighting the drones. The humans are going to be like, we don't want this to continue. What can we do to make the drones stop attacking?
The drones are not autonomous. So
Well,
you're
not
talking
yet.
about the, you're
Not
talking
that we
about
know
you're
of.
talking about like humans being slave to AI, to robots.
For sure. I mean, a slave is an interesting concept, but like there's going to be like AI controlled drones that are flying all over the place, fighting and killing people, and the people are their morale is going to be part of it, but the drones don't. They can lose 99% of their drones. They don't care.
I'm still trying to figure out why, though. I've asked you like why, like what causes this? Why are there drones flying around killing people?
It's an arms race. One country's going to start doing it, and then another one's going to try and catch up, and they're going to make AI to do it faster than the other one, and then the AI is going to take over and start
This
making
is
its
like-
own.
And you think this is what will replace the liberal economic order?
Yes.
Ultron.
Yeah, unfortunately, corporations are going to try and control the AI and make it private, and then the AI is going to go rogue and turn on its owners.
This is like Horizon, video game series.
You need an open AI to compete with it. If not open AI, it's funny they called the company open AI.
No,
but it's proprietary.
Elon Musk says you have to integrate with it.
Yeah,
You can't. The machine won't attack you if you're part of the machine.
but you also need to see the code because if you integrate with a corrupt system, you become corrupted. It's just an idea
I
of what would
volunteered
happen.
Ian for Neuralink
I'm open to that.
because I don't want the drones to bomb us, and I feel like his force of will within the AI would be a good thing.
I think Ian will do anything just so long as you show him some code. If he sees some code, you
I
tell him,
want
"This
you
is-"
to imagine this:
He'll
like
be
the,
like,
the
"Yeah,
AI
man."
drones are like bombing everybody, and Phil, you're like in the middle of the street, and you're like in LA or whatever, working, and all of a sudden the drones are bombing, and you're like, oh crap, and then a missile strikes the studio, and you guys are running, and then all of a sudden the drone's chasing you, and then it starts slowing down, and it's like a future drone with like props, and it stops, and then you're like You're looking and like you and your bandmates are looking like, what's happening? And then a hologram face appears and it's Ian's face. He's like, don't worry, Phil. I took over the drones. You're safe now. Awesome. And then all the drones fly into outer space and blow up.
I can buy you 19 seconds.
I can buy you.
I want to agree with you, Ian, because
Can we make that music video?
We can, yes.
Call it 19
Absolutely.
seconds. Let's do.
I want to agree with you
That'd be
because
awesome.
I just think it would be fun to, but no, I think it'll be more, authoritarianism will come with a very pretty face attached to it. It'll be people all, look at how people are now. Half the people you meet are on antidepressants, looking at their screens, looking down. And I think that's how this more realistically would happen.
That just people would just submit.
Yes.
Yeah, everyone is loved.
That's what I would prefer that.
These people would rather, look at what's happening. They put their children in fabric muzzles for 2 years at the same time that their, little Timmy is being told, eat your hormones with your cereal. And people would rather give up their own children's lives than, sit at the uncool kids table.
I think you nailed a huge part of it, because we should consider this. The idea that parents have, I'll just say this, parents have already abandoned their children.
Oh, yeah.
When I look to the parents who are like, my kids are in elementary school all day, and I'm like, you realize that's not normal. That's a creation of the past 100 years. And it used to be that kids would work with their parents to learn how to be good adults. And there were schoolhouses, I get that. But we have now entered this industrialized, institutionalized learning facility phase. MSNBC is going on TV saying it's no longer your kids, it's our kids. The fact that you would dispatch your children for 8 hours a day and have no idea what's going on, like that it's already happened. Thanks for watching this clip from the Timcast IRL podcast. Hang out with us live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. and become a member over at timcast.com for uncensored, members-only shows exclusive. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you all next time.